Do you remember that over a year ago, one of the first communally polarizing issues that had surfaced in Karnataka was the hijab controversy? And notice how this time in election, hijab did not really make a presence in political rhetoric, not by either of the parties. So Nabila Jamal, my colleague, decided to go ahead and speak to some of the girls about, and specifically those who wear the headscarf, they maneuver their day how amid the political rhetoric that's been around them for a year and just ahead of elections. Listen in.
If there was one controversy from Karnataka that snowballed, and we believe that would have become an election issue in the state, was the hijab controversy. We did not, though, see much of its reference all through the days leading up to the election. But I have with me some of the young ladies here, hijabis, who have a lot to say about the hijab controversy. Let me find out from them how has life changed post the Karnataka High Court's ruling. Let me start with you. You know, the hijab controversy really took center stage all through the months leading to the elections, but somehow right during election time, the issue completely died down. What do you think happened?
I think it could be a political gimmick to not actually bring it up when it actually matters the most. I think it's very important.
And no party has raised your issue.
No party has raised the issue. No party has come forward to give us some kind of a condolence, some form of an affirmation saying that, you know, no, we won't be leaving behind. No, we will actually stand by you. We will take up your case. Nobody did that. So I think it's definitely trying to forget what is the suffering of the community, of what we are going through.
Do you really believe it's suffering that you're going through even till this date, or are people sort of have Muslim women settled with the idea of not wearing the hijab inside educational institutions? Because I know that there's no ban, we all know there's no ban to hijab on day-to-day life. It's just in educational institutions that this ruling has come.
But if you actually see Parcham report from Mumbai, it actually states that even at workplaces, women who wear hijab are very subjugated to a lot of discrimination. Out of 21% of urban, corporates or all workers, it's only 8% of a small majority that you have. So it's not just a matter of only educational institutions, but I'm sure this is going to snowball into something even bigger. And
okay, that's what you're anticipating, but it appears that the issue has died down. She's a college student. Tell me, if you're still anxious to go to college with the hijab, what's the rule and the norm now in Karnataka post the Karnataka High Court?
Right, so before the entire hijab issue that was raised, hijab was normalized. We could wear it, we could go anywhere with the hijab into our college. But when the issue started, without being given any prior notice, the hijab was all of a sudden banned. Like one morning we just wake up and they're like, no hijab, and that is after we've gotten into our class. They call us out and they're like, please remove your hijab, and only then enter the class. So because of that, a lot of people backed out. They were like, no, we want our rights, we'll just wait for it.
Why is there, Islam first and then the world after? This is the kind of narrative that's been, the kind of talk that now arises when you speak of education. Let's be neutral. Why is it that a certain community upholds Islam above everything else, even above the country sometimes? Those are the allegations.
It's not only this religion, it's not only Islam. Go back in time, was church and was the government different? The church and the government was same. But later on, in the name of secularism, church and the government was separated. So in a similar manner, that's what we as Muslims believe. Islam is not a religion, it is a way of life.
For you?
For Muslims.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, I understood that. But my point, yeah, you were saying, to my question.
See, basically, I think the entire idea and the entire debate or the question has to be around why should a girl choose, why should she even be subjugated to choose, right? Education is her right. Quran, the first word to be revealed was Iqra, which means to read. That's how much an importance the Quran and Islam in itself puts on education. Why should somebody actually be subjugated to choose between two things that are of equal importance to her? Right? If deen is the way she lives, if that's how she identifies herself as, and and if she has to choose between two obligations, how can you choose between air and water? Right? Air and water, both are very essential things for you to live, right?
Yeah.
See, when this has become an essential mode, this is not forced. It is not forced at all. It is like very much willingly coming out. I don't know, all of a sudden it has come in being now, so making things very
different. Making all of a sudden become conscious about wearing the hijab. Yeah.
Correct. See, nobody told me to wear the hijab, ever. Neither my family or outsiders. It was me who decided that I wanted to wear because I don't feel safe outside. people stare at me. I'm a businesswoman. I go all over India. I meet different kind of people. Religion, of course.
Have you ever felt disrespected for wearing the hijab? Have people looked down on you that you may not be progressive enough?
Yes, many times. I got my contracts cancelled because I was wearing burqa. Trust me, yes.
After the issue, after the hijab issue, these things have come up. Before it wasn't like that. Everybody, even hijab was not an issue at all. It's only after it made
Places it happens. You go to shopping, yeah. They looked it up on you if you're having a hijab. They give preference to, not wearing. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why that happens, and that's really, humiliating.